Right, good afternoon everybody and welcome back to another edition of Thai Talk with Dan. Now we've got a story for you guys today from a subscriber that's been going to Thailand for over 45 years. He is now settled for the past 15 years with a Thai woman, and he's bought a farm, he's bought a house, he's bought parents' houses, he's done the whole shebang, and he wants to basically state that there are occasionally good ones in Thailand.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo.
So, without further delay, let's get into today's Thailand story and see what you guys make of it. Has he found a good one or not? Hi Dan, I cannot resist it this time. I've been going to Thailand for 45 plus years, mostly as a consequence of working with ex-NAM vets in Saudi. It was standard procedure for the US contingent to stop off in Thailand on the way out or way back to the US, to and from the Middle East on their vacations.
Good morning, little schoolgirl. I'm a little schoolboy too.
In my early days, you had Lucy Tiger Den on Swansea, Bobby's Arms, where most of the Brit embassy went at the end of Patpong 2. You stayed in the old wing of the Nana Hotel because the beds were the biggest and there was no Nana Plaza. The coffee bar of the Grace had 3 jukeboxes, all running at full volume, and there was a minimum of 250 women, all available anytime, day or night. If you took a fancy to a girl, you gave her 40 baht and she went downstairs to the doctor. If she came back with a green ticket, all in Thai by the way, you were safe. But if she got a red ticket, she did not come back. Now, it took me 3 attempts to get someone good. Now, the first attempt, manageress of the restaurant at the Charon Hotel, Udon Thani. We got engaged and I went back to Saudi. She had someone who was advising her to push me for more and more, so I blew up and cancelled her. She had a good job and I did not pay her any money. On to the second attempt. I was working for a US company in Saudi. I had a senior job and married quarters, but I was not married. Although I had told the company I was engaged to the first attempt, the engagement had broken up, but I needed to have a wife pretty damn quick to take back with me so I could keep my married accommodation. So I got a contract wife, which you could do at that time. You put whatever you want in the contract and it's fully legally binding.
Stop it. Get some help.
So I got her a visa from the embassy and the next day we flew to the UK. I had the US company on breach of contract and after a very short while she went off to an old boyfriend. She paid me all of her costs and I have no complaints. Now in between all this, well, I married a Britisher. It lasted 17 years and as usual for the West, she tried to take me for absolutely everything. Houses, cars, everything. To put it simply, she failed. I got pretty well everything. The Rolls, the Daimler, the sports cars, all but 2 houses. Pretty well all of it. She is now living in a sheltered housing flat a couple of miles away. I got the kids also, by the way. Now the third attempt, hey, success. After the divorce, I was so lonely, I got the next flight back to Thailand. Okay, in truth, I was not lonely. I reflected on my times in Thailand and thought a repeat was in order, so I got the next flight back to Bangkok. Yes, I was being lazy and used an agency, Thai Professional Introductions, TPI, Lawrence and Tapani. They found me the perfect person. Yes, she already had children. I brought them all to the UK. They are all now highly educated and have done me proud. A couple of years ago, we went back to Thailand. I wanted to show my son what Thailand is like, so he came with us. Her family were living in rented shanty out in the countryside. It was not nice, so I decided to build them a house. Then I came up with the idea of adding a bit so that we could go over on holidays and stay there. So the house got bigger and bigger and bigger. This is because I thought it might be nice to retire there. The house is on its own farmland and it is quite nice. It is, by the way, miles from any tourist traps, but there are lots of rock music bars in a local city and it is only 25 minutes from the beach. Now, so we don't get bored, I also got us a farm. It's not too small, that should pay for all of our costs. As for what this has cost, I have not had to sell anything in the UK. All the properties stay here with no problem. I have also never ever been asked for anything by my other half. The house and farm were totally my ideas.
Oh, God, I love you.
The only thing I can say is that my other half was a hard-working office worker and has never ever been a bar girl. She just about never drinks. One drink and she usually gets giddy and falls asleep. We are also hoping to go over in January. I just thought that you might like to know there are the occasional ones that are good. We've been together for over 15 years. Kind regards, Jay. Right guys, so let us know what you think about this story. At the end of the day, the way I see it is that if you're going to provide a nice big house, you're going to take care of a family by building the house, making their house better, getting a farm and all that kind of stuff, and basically setting the family up for life, then yeah, you are going to find someone who's going to be very good to you. At the end of the day, you've taken away all of the stresses and troubles and strifes. The family are going to absolutely love you and you're all getting on great. And at the end of the day, if you're happy, then you're happy. But I think for most like rich men or well-off men, I mean, any Thai girl is going to be very happy to have somebody that's really wealthy, takes care of them, takes care of their family, and is a good guy. You know, it's a Thai girl's dream, really. So yeah, they're gonna be good. But it was also quite interesting to hear about Lucy Tiger Den and that Nana Plaza was never there then. So it was quite an interesting read for me. Now I did notice that you did state for the title of your story, Non-Transactional Relationships, Genuine Thai Women. If you're already giving a woman everything, why would she rock the boat if she's older, smarter and wiser to ask for money when you're probably the type of guy that would give and would make sure that you're taking care of her anyway. So in essence, money is playing a very big part in this relationship, or at least at the beginning, or whatever the case may be. If you're well off and you can take care of the woman, then yeah, more than likely she'll be good. And especially back then, it was a lot poorer, times were a lot harder, then yeah, they're gonna appreciate you very, very much. And I think that's why a lot of relationships have lasted here from 20, 30, 40 years ago, where people have been married and everything's been great, because it was even tougher back then. And if you've got a guy who's treating you good and he's well off, then yeah, you're going to fall in love with that dream, that idea, that new life, you know. And you're not just helping out yourself, you're helping out your family, or if you've got kids, you're giving your kids a better life. I do totally get it and understand it. I mean, for me, I only try to push and try to help the guys that I know are just going to get rinsed and then left out in the cold. And they're the guys that I try to tell to be careful. But for this, you know, you're already wealthy, you've not lost all your money, she's happy, she's got a great new life, family's all happy, everybody's probably loving life, and it's great, and everything's going good, so who are we to judge? Guys, if you've got your own Thailand story and you want to share it on the channel, then as always, get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. And if there's any topics or anything that you'd like me to discuss or go into detail on, then let us know down in the comments below. Apart from that, guys, stay safe out there, take it easy, and ciao for now. Bye-bye.